She started her life in chains and ended up walking with the gods. Welcome back to 31 Black Witches of Halloween, and this is day 9. This is Annette, the Iron Witch. Annette started her life. So Castlevania Nocturne is a fictional series that pulls from real history and real spiritual traditions. So Annette is from modern day Haiti, before they called it Haiti. What was it pronounced? Saint Domingue? Saint Dominique? That wouldn't make sense. We do have a Dominique already. Or Dominica. Y'all let me know in the comments. I don't know how it's pronounced. Yeah, she worked on a plantation in the sugarcane fields. Her people were taken from West Africa and forced into the Caribbean. Her ancestors worshipped spirits called Orishas, or Orisha. I don't know why I added an S at the end. One of them, Ogun, is the god of iron. Real Hephaestus before they created Hephaestus, and mixed with a little Aries. So Ogun is the god of iron, tool, and war. Ogun is the spiritual father of anyone who commands metal. They tried many times on this plantation to break her. They told them they couldn't sing, chant, pray, nothing they had from back home. Annette learned to use the very iron that bounds her, the chains. She was able to bend it like living metal to form blades or whatever weapon she wanted. Annette's parents believed in all their Yoruba practices, but literally their slave owner knew about their powers, knew about their ability, so that's why they wanted them to forget. They even branded the fleur-de-lis on them. Nowadays it's seen as like a sign of power and strength, but they were branding it on them. And on top of it, the slave masters were vampires, and they needed them to work in the sugarcane fields in the day, so they make money, they make a living for themselves. They were still rich, wealthy men, but they couldn't come out in the day like that. Very interesting, right? So Annette actually escapes one night. She doesn't just run. Annette fights back every time. Turned the plantation's instruments to weapons of her choice, like the gates, the chain. She was doing her big one. But a man that thought he owned her left him begging, y'all. But she didn't give him no mercy. He didn't deserve it. He unalived her parents and everything. After escaping through the swamps and cities that now have become Louisiana, Annette meets her spirit guide, Papa Legba. If you don't know who Papa is, you might have even seen him in a dream. Think of Papa as a door opener. Stands at the crossroads between living and death. He helps people speak to their ancestors, open spiritual paths, and get help from the spiritual world. I like to leave a glass of water for Papa at my altar. Use the water as a gateway. Ask him to let your ancestors come through to guide you and help you. It's a little tip and trick if you guys want to try. Papa teaches her how to use her sacred vives. Call on her ancestors, move through worlds. You see Annette try this multiple times in the show. She fails a few times, but you see her getting closer and closer. She's just trying to figure it out. At some point she can't hear the ancestors until she really opens up her ears, her heart, her soul, her spirit, third eye, everything, y'all. In simple terms, Papa teaches her how to talk to spirit that even may help her fight and win battles. Papa is the gatekeeper of the spiritual world. If you haven't seen this before, I'm sure you're wondering what Annette can do. She has elemental powers as well as she uses ancestral magic as well. Commands metal, like I told y'all before. Chain, nail, sword. She can get active with any of those. They become extensions of her will. She can literally forge weapons out of nothing. Flinging iron like whips and shape armor out of thin air. Voice, her rhythm, and her songs are part of her magic too. That's why the slave master didn't want her mom, none of them singing anything. Cause y'all know we have it all in music and song. I'm not sure if they're coming out with another season, but she just gets more powerful each season, y'all. Shout out to Annette. Representation matters. My girl even got locked, and they're just starter locked. So obviously she gonna be going through a locked journey. Whoever created Annette, shout out to them. Annette started off like this. Before I was even born, this was Annette. If you ever made her like this, shout out to you. At the height of Annette's struggles against the oppressors, dark vampire, and just every creature, human, and entity after her during this show, Annette is touched by Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the Egyptian lion goddess of war, healing, and righteous fury. In the show, that influence doesn't make Annette suddenly evil. It amplifies her justice. Eyes flash gold, her voice roared like thunder, and she became a living storm. Look at her locks, even her locks grew out. She became both a healer and a destroyer. I thought it was so interesting in this film. It actually has Sekhmet split up into her 3 parts. Her Ba, her Ka, and her Ra. Very interesting. If you don't know what the three of them are, Ba is her soul, her essence, her powers. I think that's what Annette combined it to become this. Because all three parts of segment weren't together. The Ka was her life force, the energy that drives creation. And the Ra, the divine fire of the sun, unstoppable will of the gods. Annette had to fight that lady Lisa Beth or whatever her name is. And then she been drinking Segment's blood for years. They had her heart and everything. So after Annette combines with Segment, she's no longer a witch. She's a vengeance goddess at that point, here to get her lick back in any way, shape, form possible. From Haiti to Louisiana, from chains to the sun, she's proof that you can't destroy a soul that remembers where it came from. Even had a man, y'all. She had some interracial dating shit going on. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Y'all like snowmen, y'all like snowmen. It's cool. I wonder how their relationship will grow in the future. Because at this time in the show, racism still exists. Very much so. Yeah, so let me know what y'all think of Annette. She's definitely one of my favorite witches. She don't play that. She gonna get her lick back. She's kind. She gonna always take one for the team. Not to mention, like I said, representation matters. I done seen a lot of cosplay, a lot of girls dressed up like her, and I think that's fire. We need more of this. More of this in the culture. If you like content like this, don't forget to engage from the bottom up. That's like, comment, subscribe. You already know all that. But if you're new here, come here. Let me tell you something. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for the support. But why aren't you following me? You're gonna tell me you're gonna watch my whole video and not even try or think about supporting a struggling creator? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And as always, it's only for entertainment purposes, allegedly, hypothetically speaking. I'll catch y'all in the next video. This one is way too long